Oh,
Oh,
everybody wants to be a cat, 'cause a cat know where it's at. Oh, let me pull up the lyrics.
holy shit.
Help me out, Brian.
Hey,
Everybody wants to.
everybody wants to be a cat. That's about all I know about it, unfortunately.
Don't worry, I'm looking up the lyrics right now. Good afternoon, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Welcome Man Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf. It's been a while since we did it around here, but of course, the reason why I had to do this because my boy Brian is back for the time being.
Yep.
The Maverick Hunter Saint Brian Gilmartin.
Hey, everybody, good to be back, and hope you're all having a great day today. And today is just kind of a chill stream, and if you've got anything in the chat that you want us to talk about, throw it in there.
We have the Bear of the North, Eloise Dawdle.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while, and I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. Well, you're on a hiatus for a while, but everybody needs their own break every once in a while. The Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy fan, 12.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here, and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. And today we'll just have another chill stream today, and it's actually really good to have Brian Gilmartin back on stream for a while.
Yeah, glad to be here too, my friend.
So, what do you guys want to talk shit about?
Uh, hmm. Well, the only thing I had done recently really was I watched the Sonic 2 movie finally for the first time.
How'd you like it?
I thought it was cute, actually. Thought they had some very good casting choices with all the characters as well.
We did do our little stream review of it.
Yeah.
Leia, Leia loved it.
That's good to know.
She'll be here in about an hour or so. So will be the African Snake 12.
Hmm. Yeah.
What did you like? Tell me what you
So
liked about it.
I guess what I liked was just seeing more of the Sonic characters and less of the human characters. With Sonic interacting with Tails and Knuckles, as well as a lot. Some of the humor was pretty funny too.
What makes you think I want your power?
Yeah, and it just socks him right then and there. And then Tails comes in and hits him with the police car. That was pretty cool.
You are my sworn enemy. I have come to avenge my father and regain my honor.
Yeah, I also thought it was cool how Sonic and Knuckles are foils to each other, just like they are in the games. Well, similar to, but different from, I should
He
say.
helped me. Why did he do that?
Yeah, like the scene where, like, spoiler alert, they both lost something during those fights between the Longclaws clan and the Echidna clan.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that is an animal Knuckles is an echidna, which is similar to a hedgehog, but is different in other ways. So that's another thing. Plus the blue and red dynamic, blue versus red there.
I mean, we still have that now with Shadow now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to see what they do with it, but I'm kind
Spoilers?
of
Seriously?
what?
No, I meant like till the games. Like Knuckles used to be a foil for Sonic for a while until Shadow came into the picture since Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um then what else is there really to talk about?
We just bullshit about random things like we always do
Yeah,
on
we
these
just
streams.
in the first 4 minutes, yeah, we just talked about Sonic for a while, or Sonic 2 actually,
Yeah,
and now we just go dead silent.
yeah. Only thing I other found out. Well, I guess I could probably talk about some of my retro game hunting as well. I came across a couple of ROM hacks
Where's your
in
honor?
physical form.
You tried
But
to attack. You tried to attack him while he's down. What is wrong with you? You know why I don't. I don't like warriors. Too narrow-minded, no subtlety, and worse, they fight for hopeless causes. Honor? Ha! Honors killed millions of people. He hasn't saved a single one.
Eggman.
Yep. Quoting
Oh,
Oh,
Zord.
we got
Dominic
Dominic
Powell just
Powell in the
came in.
chat.
The Hound of the South. In the chat.
Yep. I would definitely agree with that statement there, Dom.
I mean, I'm kind of iffy. I don't know about you. I'm kind of iffy on
Don,
Jim
the
Carrey's
stream link is
performance
in the
as.
or are you visiting family again? Hop in if you're inclined or able.
Yeah.
And at first, when the first Sonic film came out, I was very iffy with Jim Carrey's performance as Dr. Eggman. Because even when looking at him, he's always the over the top, cartoony Jim Carrey that he's always been in the 90s since 1995, which, of course, that's pretty much his style. And I know Jim Carrey likes to be taken a bit more seriously because of those. But, because I never really imagined Dr. Robotnik being this cartoonishly evil. It's more so like a Wile E. Coyote type of villain in the games.
Yeah. He did get a bit zanier in the games as they went on. I think Sonic Unleashed saw him get a little bit kind of over the top there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would occasionally throw like childish tantrums or try to like or even
It's
like
kinda-
try to or pull a
he's-
Dr. Wily where he insincerely begs for mercy before springing a trap.
Or pretty much, he's pretty much now become Bowser now. I mean, he's
You
already kind of the
fool.
equivalent to
It's
Bowser
chaos,
anyway.
the god of destruction. Ha 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 ha.
Dun 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 dun. Wait, wrong franchise. Well, Final did say he had pretty much become Bowser, so why not?
Salon me, doggy.
I mean, yeah, because
So long, gay Bowser.
I mean, Eggman is already pretty much an equivalent to Bowser to both mascots of their respective companies, but yet you already did say he's pretty much like Dr. Wily from the Mega Man series, because yeah, the parallels are there.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still remember the crossover that Archie Comics did years back with Sonic and Mega Man.
Oh yeah, the Archie Sonic comics.
Super fighting robot.
Oh yeah,
Mega Man.
that was like so long ago. I still have the
Super
trade of the crossover between Sonic and Mega Man.
Oh hey, Big Al's in the chat. Hey.
Hi
Big Al, good to see
guys.
I'm still pet sitting, but I'll join in a minute. Cool. Take your time, bro.
Weird.
Whatever you gotta do.
Super fighting robot.
Yeah.
Mega Man.
By the way,
Super fighting robot. You know what? I got something for Al right now. Oh, everybody wants to be a cat because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Everybody's picking on the feline beat because everything else is obsolete. Well, a square with the horn makes you wish you weren't born. Every time he plays with a square in the act, you can set music back to the caveman days. I heard some corny birds who tried to sing, but the cat's the only cat who knows how to swing.
yep. Would you believe I've never actually seen the Aristocats in full?
I've seen it twice,
Yeah.
probably 3 times actually.
Yeah.
We're doing good, Al. All things considered, it's been
Yeah.
a hot week, man.
I wonder if Al would join us on this stream if he were so inclined.
I'll have to link it to him somewhere else.
Uh-huh. Underrated classic Disney movie. I still need to read the source material.
True, me too.
Me 3.
I only read the Golden Bear book version.
Ah.
But you know what? Let me see. It's called the No Fucks to Give.
Mm-hmm.
The No Fucks to Give stream. He'll be working on some stuff.
Yeah, understandable.
I mean, I'm
I
Just
already.
throwing it
tried.
out there.
I mean, I'm already working on some stuff right now because I'm already still editing the script for Light and Darkness, which still in the. It should be halfway there, being done in the first chapter.
I'm,
Like,
I'm pretty much. Go ahead.
as soon as the first 5 chapters are done, I will pretty much send it to you in the MeWe chat to see what you guys think.
Sure.
Hmm.
I'm typing up the next part of chapter 2 of Bouncers in the MeWe chat.
Oh, you just
Okay.
got started?
Hmm. Yeah. I'm in the middle of writing out the dialogue and modifying it left and right. And Schooner's helped me out with that on that front.
Yeah, good. That's cool.
So
I've
it's Schooner
tried.
serves as the editor for Bouncers?
The unpaid editor.
Oh.
Let's not forget that. He is the unpaid editor to Bouncers.
Oh.
One of these days, I'll sell my debts with him. I've tried, and I tried even more. I've cried, and I can't recall what for. I press, I push, I yell, I beg, I hope for some success. But the end effect is that it'll never will impress. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have run it dry. I tried to go fuck shopping, but there's no fucks left to buy. I've no more fucks to give, no more fucks I tried to get. I'm on my fucking budget, I'm now in fucking debt. I strive to get everything done. I play by all the rules, but I rarely won. I smiled, I tried, I wooed, I laughed, alas to no avail. I around like a moron to a quick. Ooh, wow, I cannot pronounce that. And yet, I know how to
Yeah.
pronounce that. To unequivocally
Yeah.
fail. There we go. I have no more fucks to give. My fuck fuse have just blown. I've been hunting for my fucks all day, but they up and fucked off home. I have no more fucks to
Mhm.
give. My fuck rations have shit, I fucked up that one.
Mm.
I rubbed my fuck on it, but it's been fucking defeated. The effort has just not been worth the time or expense. I've exhausted all my energy for a minimal recompense. The complete lack of acknowledgement has all begun to gall, and I come to realize I don't give a fuck at all. I have no more fucks to give. My fucks have flown away. My fucks have now so fucked up they refuse to fucking stay. I have no more fucks to give. My fucks have gone insane. They come back around and pass while they're fucking off again. I have no more fucks to give. My fucks have all dissolved. I've planned many projects, but my fucks won't be involved. I have no more fucks to give. My fucks have all been spent. They they fucked off from the building, and I don't where they went. Try saying that shit without laughing. I almost cracked laughing right there
It
on that.
sounded a lot more like a parody song as written by damn it, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris at the opening Oscars when he used to run the Oscars before James Corden took over.
It's I have no more fuss to give by Thomas Benjamin Wild Esquire.
Mm.
Ah, interesting
Humble
choice.
Marty, he's in the chat.
Hey, Marty.
She,
Or she.
hello, humble.
Like, did you misgender somebody? I'm kidding, bro.
Did you just assume my gender?
Pretty much.
Cruella Deville, Cruella Deville. If
If
she
she
doesn't
doesn't scare
scare,
you, no
no
evil
evil
thing
thing
will.
will.
To
Well,
see
since
her is
we're
to
on a
take
binge
you.
right now, we might as well just do some voice lines. Since
Yeah.
since like to prevent let's try our best to prevent dead air here.
Yeah.
I've been really brushing up on my Legacy of Kane.
Yeah. Legacy of Kane, huh? Yeah. I've always heard good things about Legacy of Kane.
Nothing but good thing.
Yeah. Final, what about you? Did you ever play Legacy of Kane?
I'm not sure if I'm even familiar with it right now, but I'm looking it up right now. Legacy of Kane?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Not to be confused with the Dragoon.
I know, even though it has that name.
30 years hence, I am presented with a
Oh,
dilemma.
now I'm familiar with it now by looking at the box art. I haven't played it, but I'm looking at the Xbox box art right now.
That's Defiance.
Yeah.
That's the Blood Omen, Soul River 2, Blood Omen 2.
Marv's in
That's
the
the
chat.
fifth game. Hey, Marv.
Marv Alice, hello. Or actually, because we're now doing voice, hello, hello, hello. I am your beloved Count Olaf.
Yeah.
Hello, Marv, and hello, humble Marty.
Yeah.
Hey there, Marty Mar. Not kidding.
Great Scott, Marty!
Doc, I had to
Like-
tell you about the future.
like-
What? I had to tell you about the future. What? On a day, I go
Anybody got a
there.
topic?
We're doing voice work.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
to
brush up
prevent
on your
dead air.
skills.
We're just kind of.
Since you got
I'm
the-
not that good. I'm not that good at it.
No,
would
no. You test your metal. You test your metal.
Can't
Don't
do
matter.
it.
No. Believe in yourself. Don't maybe play a song of healing.
Alright, just pull
Wrong
up a
game.
script. Pull up a script and we'll read it then.
Fine, I'll give you a female-centric script.
Like,
No,
You want to
just pull
shut
up
up?
a random
What's the
script.
difference? He's not going to tell anybody, except maybe a fish or the Undertaker.
No. I'm gonna give you something that's more familiar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you Lady Orlena's lines.
From
Game of Thrones.
alright,
You can
but
smell
like what era? Like wait. What's the name again?
Lady Orlena.
Oh, Olena. Oh, Marjorie's grandmother. I thought you said Lena, and I'm like, well, which one? Because I swear there were several people.
You can
named-
smell the shit from here.
Oh, Tweldy's there in the chat.
Get your ass in here.
Join us. YouTube
Get
comments.
your butt in here, boy.
Possible.
It's a shame that actress died. Rest her soul.
Mm.
Oh damn, she died.
Yeah,
she passed
the
away
same actress who
some-
played, Sandy from Greece.
Not her.
Mm.
Orlena.
No?
But yeah, you're right. Her death was recent.
Yes.
Here, I got one for you, Eloise. Her more I don't care. You just got from work. Look, listen here. I don't care where he is. I want him on that plane right now. I don't give a fuck he in across the country. I want his ass on that plane right now. Who's to blame? What's his name? Freaking Ron Isaac, damn it.
Oh man, really?
You're
tease-
contagious. Touch me,
The tease will be
Sorry, I was
served when I
just
want
reading the line that you just typed in.
The tease will be
give us-
served
give
when I
it-
want it served. And
Hold
I
on,
want it
hold on. I
served
need
now.
to see it again. I need to see the scene again so I can just like imitate it.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. The cheese will be served when I want it served, and I want it served now. Grandmother. The sea is
Yeah.
made brighter by my presence. Is that your usual line, Lord Varys? Are you here to seduce me? Oh no, please seduce away. It's been so long, though I rather think it's all for naught. What happens when the non-existent bumps against the decrepit?
Oh god. I feel bad for Varys there. That burn was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Since you good at burning people, here, there you go.
I can't do this, man. I'm not
Me.
made for voice acting.
No, you no. You don't knock it till don't knock it till you try it.
Yep.
Yeah, let me see.
I've known a great number of clever men. I've outlived them all. You know how? I ignored them.
He's like, nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
No, I can't do this one. I can't.
You sounded like Senator Armstrong.
That was the point.
Well, I don't write my own speeches.
Yep.
Well, that was the point to sound like Senator Armstrong.
Yup.
I
What
was
do you think?
told
Good
you were
impression,
drunk,
huh?
impertinent, and thoroughly
I mean,
botched.
Wolf and
You can
Redneck
imagine
do
my
really good
disappointment at
impressions
finding
of
nothing
him.
but a
But that was actually pretty good.
keeper.
Thanks. I'm pretty good at that sort of thing. It also helps that my voice is a little deeper.
Not now,
than-
Mace. Lord Tywin and I are speaking.
Who, me?
That's Leia or Lana.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Elena Tyrell.
He's like,
I used to say Tyrell.
you are part
Nice.
of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take him away.
I wonder if you're the worst person I ever met. At a certain age, it's hard to recall, but the truly vile do stand out through the years. The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell. Can you
Good
believe that?
evening or afternoon, everybody. How you all
Can you
doing?
believe your contemporary,
Oh,
the
pretty
Baron
well.
North, has no inkling to even attempt to try voice working?
Yeah.
It's because I know I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
No.
You don't
We
give
don't
yourself enough credit.
care if you're not good at it. You are participating. Period. We're not gonna laugh at you.
That and no one's going looking for any professional job in it anyway.
Right. You think I'm putting my effort in playing Orlando right now? I mean, I kind of am, but
So
I'm still a man.
Alright, alright.
That's the only thing you got on me is a female voice.
so I was gonna say
Hold on, let me get some water first.
Yeah, you do that. And don't you hide, or else we're going to come find you.
like if you utter one syllable, I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
I'll cut your heart with a spoon!
Finally, you got anything for us?
Cousin, a spoon. Why a
Nothing
spoon
else
in
from
my
that
mouth?
other than it sounds
Because
so
it will
freaking
be
foreboding.
slow and painful, you imbecile.
Yeah.
It'll...
Well, yeah, Marty, that's the part of it. It's just a chill stream. We're gonna just do whatever. So, Dom, what you got for us?
Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly.
Like I said, Kane.
Yep.
Hello?
You know,
Okay.
Guile, you should join me. Evil has evil is a fuck.
For you, the day that Bison reached your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Right,
I know that's too easy.
right. Quick, change the channel.
Of course.
Of course, you lack vision.
Man, I
Good
miss Raul
thinking.
Julia.
Good man.
I miss Raul Julia.
All
Who
the roles he
doesn't?
could- All the roles he could have played if he was still around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Marty, it's just for fun. We're just fucking around. Sorry if we're not talking about. You know what? You guys are in the fucking chat. Y'all supposed to be giving us some topics to talk about.
Yeah, what would you like to bring up with us? Put it down in the
I
chat.
love you guys for hearing us and bullshitting, but that you guys can contribute too. It's not like we're ignoring y'all. We're reading your comments. You're there. You exist. I love you guys, and I hope you love me back.
Well,
Mostly me,
Well,
but everybody else, yes.
while we're waiting, does anyone here remember Cow and Chicken?
Mama
Cow
had
and
chicken.
chicken.
Mama had cow. Dad was
I-
proud. He didn't care how.
I've heard this name, but
Oh, that opening, still a classic.
Oh yeah.
Man, I remember like back then I did not know Cow, Chicken, and Red were were voiced by the same person. I generally thought they were voiced by completely different voice actors.
You mean John Kay, in other words, or Billy West?
Appreciate it, Marty.
No, I said I was surprised. I was surprised. But as I got older, I learned that Charlie Adler voiced all three of the characters.
Ooh.
Let me see if I can one up Dom on his cane. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last living vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse to sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged. We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored. Yes, Raziel, that is why we've come full circle to this place. So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that the new guardians can be born. The pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us. Your arrogance is boundless, Cain. There's a third option, a monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It is all laid out for you here. You said it yourself, Cain. There are only two sides to your coin. Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Hmm. Kind of like Two Face's coin in the Batman animated series.
Did I one up you yet?
Try again.
Oh man. Give me a sec. I'm gonna fuck you up with the elder god. Oh man, we're in competition now.
Is all. Let them fight. Sounds like somebody's got the air on in their place.
Yeah, that's me, because my AC automatically turns on anytime whenever the room just feels hot.
Yeah, that's kind of how mine is too.
I mean, it would just like it would just go off for at least a while because now the air from where I'm at is still cooling down now, which means fall's just around the corner.
Yep. Whew. Oh yeah, I know that. It also means it may be time for the Asbury Park zombie walk at some point soon.
Right? Alright, here we go. I know you, Raziel. You are worthy. What madness is this? What pitiful form is that I've come to inhabit? Death will be a release next to this travesty. You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution. I would choose oblivion over this existence. The choice is not yours. I am destroyed. You are reborn. The birth of one's Cain's abominations trapped the essence of life. It is this soul that emanates the course you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself, or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Cain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls, and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver, my angel of death. I'm not about to friggin' upstage Tony J. Fuck that noise.
Oh yeah, the great Tony J.
If only I was
May you rest in peace.
If only I was younger, then I would try to attempt that shit. But nope, no way.
Tony J did a lot in his time too.
Oh yeah. Also, people like recognize him for his roles playing as villains.
Oh yeah, He has that very distinct voice. Like you know it's him when he speaks.
Oh yeah. I mean, he has. I mean, he is a bass baritone by nature. So it automatically counts. Whenever
We've
which character
got
he voices, be it hero, villain, or even supporting character, he is badass.
Oh yeah. So you want me to throw her father into the asylum unless she agrees to marry you? Oh, that is despicable. I love it. How was that?
nice. From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are oh, why the fuck do you pronounce that?
Inseparable?
No, inextricably bound.
Inextricably
Soul
bound.
Reaver and Reaver of Souls. Your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form. A
Mm.
wraith blade, its energy unbound,
I
no
think
longer a
my
physical
favorite
blade. It can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifests, it will sustain you. Would you say, Eloise?
I think I just found my favorite line from Olena.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Alright, let me see if I can do it. Oh, you can smell the ship from 5 miles away. Why have we stopped? Go on!
Not bad.
Nice.
Oh my god. I was looking through the videos and like her arrival at King's Landing when the carriages stopped.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring the food, or do you mean to starve us to death? Spare me the homilies. I can smell a fraud from a mile away.
Mm-hmm. Not bad, Eloise.
Fuck you, Screen Rat. You guys suck at. Nah. The number one was the one where she talked down to the snakes.
Ooh.
That's the best one. You s- uh put the pen down, dear. We both know you're not writing anything.
Yep.
So you gotta know the character well enough to get that
Mhm.
to get that nice inflection.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about. Inflection.
Yep. Oh yeah. You gotta have that inflection. Marv like, I feel called out.
uh, give me a sec.
Right. I'm actually gonna do impressions of two characters in one from one scene, which I likely assume you guys have already seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen this moment in my dreams. I'll make a pact with you. With the gods as our witnesses, let us pledge that the winner will allow the loser all the proper funeral rituals. There are no pacts between lions and men. Now you know who you're fighting. I thought it was you I was fighting yesterday, and I wish it had been you. But I gave the dead boy the honor he deserved. You gave him the honor of your sword. You won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all the dead will know. This is Hector, the fool who thought he killed Achilles.
Nice.
Hector!
Impressive.
Since we got Final Fantasy fan here, so you are Cecil. Allow me to give you something. A gift to remember our meeting by.
And I don't. Well, fine, but not as impressive. I don't imagine Golbez sounding this impressive. Like he sounds so bombastic because he's a more cold
Yeah.
and reserved individial. Even in
Yeah.
Dissidia, feels more as the tortured anti-hero.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of the 2008 remake of Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah, because even in that game, he's still the more cold and reserved villain. Like he's more like a tyrant, really.
No future for the fearful.
Like I mentioned Golbez in my arts where I quote off Final Fantasy villains after
Yeah.
doing the art. I always the quote that I make it off is his encounter quote in Dissidia with Cecil, where he goes, "There are greater callings than justice."
Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably because I'm still thinking also of X Death too. It's like,
Sink into the void.
yeah. Pitiful lion who knows but solitude.
I'm gonna
You
try.
shall wander in the rift forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my
what
best audiobook read take, and I want you
Yeah.
guys to rate it.
What do you got?
So this is a Storm of Swords, and this is the one scene from Game of Thrones that was like that
Yeah.
made Peter Dinklage famous.
Yeah.
I mean, he was already famous, but like this made him famous. Now, now the dialogue is a lot different in the book than
Right.
it is in the show itself. So this is how it plays out. I saved you all, Tyrion thought. I saved this vile city and all your worthless lives. There were hundreds in the throne room. Every one of them laughed but his father, or so it seemed. Even the red viper chortled, and Mace Tyrell looked like to burst a gut. But Lord Tywin Lannister sat between them as if made of stone,
Right.
his fingers steepled beneath his chin. Tyrion pushed forward. My lords, he shouted. He had to shout, to have any hope of being heard. His father raised a hand. Bit by bit, the hall grew silent. Get this lying whore out of my sight, said Tyrion, and I will
Ooh.
give you your confession. Lord Tywin nodded, gestured. Shay looked half in terror as the gold cloaks formed up around her. Her eyes met Tyrion as they marched her from the wall. It was a shame. Was it shame he saw there, or fear? He wondered what Cersei had promised her. You would get the gold or jewels, whatever it was you asked for, he thought as he watched her back receded. But before the moon was turned, she'll have you entertaining the gold cloaks in their barracks. Tyrion stared up at his father's hard green eyes with their flecks of cold, bright gold. Guilty, he said. So guilty. Is that what you wanted to hear? Lord Tywin said nothing. Mace Tyrell nodded. Prince Oberyn looked mildly disappointed. You admitted Ooh, let me try it again. You admitted you poisoned the king. Nothing of the sort, said Tyrion. Of Joffrey's death, I am innocent. I am guilty of a more monstrous crime. He took a step toward his father. I was born. I lived. I am guilty of being a dwarf. I confess it, and no matter how many times my good father forgave me, I have persisted in my infamy. This is folly, Tyrion, declared Lord Tywin. Speak to the matter at hand. You are not on trial for being a dwarf. That is where you err, my father. Oop, no, I fucked that up. That is where you err, my lord. I have been on trial for being a dwarf my entire life. Have you nothing to say in your defense? Nothing but this. I did not do it. Yet now I wish I had. He turned to face the hall, that sea of pale faces. I wish I had enough poison for you all. You make me sorry that I'm not the monster you would have me be. Yet there it is. I am innocent, but I will get no justice here. You leave me no choice but to appeal to the gods. I demand a trial by battle. Have you taken leave of your wits? His father said. No, I found them. I demand a trial by battle. Curtain. That's the curtain drop. That's the curtain drop.
I guess we start clapping here.
I don't know. I thought about doing no audio reads.
Yeah.
I think
don't
you're
know.
good at it. You just have
I mean-
to make sure you get the lines right.
Yeah.
Right. that takes a lot of recording and a lot of practice and a lot like line reading.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my book Tyrion voice. Like my show Tyrion voice is different than my book Tyrion voice because obviously, well, thanks to Peter Dinklage, when I first would if I had read Tyrion in the books before I watched the show, it would went something like this. Oh shit! I clicked off the damn tab. Hang on. It would have read like this: "Get this lying whore out of my sight, and I will give you your confession." That's how I would have read it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the one where he talks to John. All dwarves are bastards in the eyes of their parents.
It sounds Jamaican.
Right?
Kind of does.
Yo ho ho, a life of a pirate.
I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had. Watching your vicious bastard die gave me more relief than 1,000 lying whores. I wish I was the monster you think I am. I wish I had enough poison for the whole pack of you. I would gladly give my life to watch you all swallow it.
Yep.
Instead, we got this. I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had. Watching your vicious bastard die gave me more relief than 1,000 lying whores. I wish I was the monster you think I am. I wish I had enough poison for the whole pack of you. I would gladly give my life to watch you all swallow it.
Mm-hmm.
I will let the gods decide my fate. I demand a trial by combat. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The
Mm.
Reigns of Castamere. Freaking Reigns of Castamere.
Uh-huh. I don't believe I've seen that.
Oh my goodness, that's man. Even now, even now in the day and age where we shit talk Game of Thrones, we can still talk about how much we appreciate of its goodness back in the days.
He's like, Undertaker
Can we
is
all agree?
mine. We're
I
firing
just
mine.
wish Martin
Undertaker.
would
Yeah,
just like finish off all the books already.
I concur. Even include
And
including
like he
having disagreements
talked about
with Martin
family.
on his take on fantasy, including his critiques on J.R.R. Tolkien.
I mean, just, he has the nerve to talk about like Stanley when he doesn't even realize that it's already happened to him, where he's already like old and outdated.
Ooh.
You guys,
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a hint of irony, whether it's cruel or any type of irony. With Martin, like he grew up with comic books.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he said he didn't want to end up like Stanley, detached from his creation and irrelevant.
Yeah. Oh
But like
yeah. Yeah,
it already happened to Martin. So I mean,
once again, it's a twist of fate. It's a twist of fate in combination with irony. Whether it's cruel or whether it's a cruel irony or any type, it has already happened to him, even if he doesn't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure he also critiqued the creator of Dune, Frank Herbert, for not finishing his stuff. And then lo and behold, he hasn't finished his stuff.
Yeah.
Talking all that
Yeah.
shit.
At least Frank Herbert had people that he trusted in finishing his work before
I
his son
wouldn't
came
say
into the
that.
picture, and not saying before his son came into the picture and pretty much demolished everything his father has worked with.
My goodness. Somebody
Yeah.
needs
I
to
just can't believe
tutor
that
that
dude did
boy.
that. Like, just destroyed his father just because his
Yeah.
father, just because you consider his father a homophobe.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Dark Strange. Well, if you're sort of sounding like an angrier but clear voiced King Willie, I just try to run. I cannot words today. Just try to run when you hear weird clicking sounds and something big drop behind you. Ha ha ha! Just kidding, just kidding.
Over here, over here, over here, anytime.
Said-
Over here,
Hey
over
kid,
here.
want some candy?
Want some candy? They say you're looking for the killer. You say
Have you-
that you're looking for the one that doing all the killing.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that episode of Victorious where the
Does
The
it look like
dude
I
with the
watched
puppet?
Victorious?
I don't know, like the dude with the puppet, he's like, "Hey kids, free ice cream," and then a mob of mothers just like chase the guy away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember seeing that show. Oh my god.
Mm. Don't think I've ever seen it. There's a lot I haven't seen.
And out of all the shows when Nickelodeon was still good,
Yeah.
Big Time Rush was as you can tell Larry, from the setting. I mean, it was heavily satirizing Hollywood.
Hmm.
Oh, but I was talking about Victorious, but yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen
Oh,
Victorious.
but I'm connecting it back to Victoria's because it too will poke fun at Hollywood's nonsense.
Wait, did they ever cross over? Because I remember iCarly and Victorious, like, they crossed over, but I don't know if Big Time Rush did that.
I'm not sure if they did.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think they did.
Well, it would have been fun if they did, because then like they can continue they're poking fun at they will continue like taking jabs at Hollywood together.
I still don't understand why they released Cat and Sam. Like, it was the least entertaining thing.
It had potential as a spin-off, however, it was poorly executed.
Yeah. Do you guys remember like early Nickelodeon for like early 2000s, like back when Zoe 101 was a thing, and I think
Yep.
then
Yep.
I also remember what's it called again? The Naked Brothers Band. I still don't understand why it was called that.
I think I was out of Nickelodeon by the 2000s, but I remember
Uh-oh,
the
you're
90s
an angry
when they,
Victoria. Why am I reading that in such violent vitriol? Big Time Rush never cross over Victorious, Eloise. Know your facts.
I'm sorry.
Kidding. I'm putting words in her mouth.
I know you're putting words in her mouth.
Yeah. As I was saying, I even remember the 90s when the Nicktoons were first introduced. Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy.
I
Mhm.
know, Victoria. I'm joking.
What was that thing called, Kappa Mikey?
Yep,
Yeah.
Papa Mikey.
I was there when it first. Yeah, excuse me. I was there when it first aired.
And I cringe at the fact that when I was watching Teen Nick and I just remembered Degrassi.
They said you
Hey,
want to talk to me.
Look, to be
They said you
fair,
want
it was
from
during a
me.
time when Degrassi was still good before it lost its way.
No, but I saw it. I can't remember. I think back when Degrassi had ended or something. I don't know.
This is Tony
I
Pope
mean,
live from LA, the
2013.
city of fear,
I think
when a
it's
psycho
pronounced
vigilante killer continues his
Yeah.
daily diet for murder. Bodies strung up, bodies with the skins ripped off, the hearts torn from the cadavers, and just recently, King Willie, the drug lord, the vicious drug lord, found in the alleyway just around the corner with his head cut off and a spinal column torn from the body. A fitting premise, demise to the Prince of Powder.
Prince of Powder. What the hell is that from?
Predator 2. Watch it,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
Ignore the
Honestly,
naysayer.
Damn.
I still
Wait,
need to
you
rewatch
Predator
Predator
movies?
2.
But how come like the people who praise the Prey movie they bitch on Predator 2? Or is
See,
it the Predator?
back then, they didn't appreciate it at first. However, as they go back years later, they realized they were being too harsh with Predator 2, and with with that with that like them being more wiser and with hindsight in mind, they actually appreciate Predator 2 as a very solid sequel to the first movie.
Wait, I don't know if it was Predator 2 that they were bitching about or The Predator. I think it was titled The Predator.
Predator. We all agree that Predator was shit.
But
Shane?
yeah, they're bitching on that one and then praising
Okay,
The Prey.
well,
I
the
don't know if Dark
Predator.
Stranger. I think Dark Stranger mentioned this in like the Discord.
Well,
Which one
the
was
Predator
Which
is a
one was
different.
better? Like the
Well, the
Predator
Predator
or
is a
Prey?
different movie. The Predator is a different movie from the first one.
Hmm.
It's much like Predators. It's a continuation of the previous movies.
Hmm. Hmm. They have only one thing to say to that. Run! Get to the chopper!
No,
What happened with Humble Party? Why the
Predator
long
has
face?
aged. The Predator has aged really well.
Mm-hmm. The Predator is 2018. Predator is 87.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm talking about the 2018 one. The people who were praising Prey were saying it's better than that movie, the 2018 one.
Well,
Okay.
if you can
Well,
count the premise of the fact that they were ripping skulls and spinal columns just to siphon DNA from them, which is ludicrous. And the fact that the reason
yeah.
why they keep coming to here on the hottest days because of global warming, and now they want to weaponize autism.
Oh, good grief.
And you got a
He-
It's
Tourette's
a real
guy,
thing. We're not making this up.
a psycho Bible thumper, a freaking guy who wanted to commit suicide, and a mercenary who went AWOL on his unit as the heroes.
William
Yeah.
Silva, yeah. William Silva, yeah, he did disown one of his sons. So I think that's why I don't know if the same son that was disowned or it was the older one who
See
like
that's
messed the
what was
shit up.
disheartening about that movie. It was played by Shane Black, who was Hawkins in the first. No wonder your ass got killed first.
Yeah, it took me by surprise because usually it's like Shane Black, like he has very good stuff in the past.
Mm.
So to see like not only come back in the movie but also act as director, it's I mean it's shocking. I mean it shocks people that he could made a bad Predator movie, even though he was in it. He was in the first movie, but still like you would think that he wouldn't do a bad job due to his credits.
We ride for King's Landing today. Before you go, you'll call on Lord and Lady Stark and offer your sympathies. What good will my sympathies do them? None, but is expected of you. Your absence was already been noted. The boy, the boy means something to me, and I can't stand the wailing of women. One word, and I'll hit you again. I'm telling mother. Go tell her. But first you will go to Lord and Lady Stark, and you will fall on your knees in front of them and tell them how very sorry you are, and that you are at their service, and that your prayers are with them. Do you understand? You can't. Do you understand? The prince will remember that, little lord. I hope so. If he forgets, be a good dog and remind him. Wow, everybody went quiet when I slapped somebody.
Well, so we're not only listening to what was occurring between the two characters, it definitely sounds like he was slapping him like Connery.
Just give him a good slap.
Well, we know Dark Stranger, like what they added into the Predator 2018 is very stupid. And once again, this is coming from someone who was not only in the first Predator, but has given us good movies that each of us grew up on, from from Lethal Weapon from the Lethal Weapon series to man, what was another? What was it? Another movie Shane Black has written for?
While you're thinking on that one, let me quote this one. There was that one, what's her name? That common girl of yours, Becca, with the great big tits you could bury your face in. Bessie, she was one of yours. Bessie, thank the gods for Bessie and her tits. Yours was, Alida. No, you told me once. Meryl, your bastard's mother.
I just found out Bleach was acquired by Disney Plus. Why? Oh God, why?
You know what? I'm gonna let that ride, and we're gonna take a moment of silence for Eloise's pain.
Oh
Thank you,
my! All
Dutch
these
Ranger.
years we waited so long for the final arc, and it's now forever in anime jail with Disney Plus.
It's held hostage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
Which one?
sail the high seas for it.
Right.
What?
Irony
Yeah.
mateys.
Yes,
And if I ever buy it physical,
Yeah.
I'm just getting the full
I was
on
in the middle.
Japanese version.
I was in the middle of reenacting Ned and Robert. By the way,
Sorry.
never change,
Nothing-
Eloise. Never
nothing
change.
so.
There was that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Oh, what's her name? That common girl of yours, Becca, with the great big tits you could bury your face in. Bessie, she was one of yours. Betsy, thank the gods for Bessie and her tits. Yours was Elena. No, you told me once. Merle, your bastard's mother. Wyla. That's it. She must have been a rare wench to make Lord Elot Stark forget his honor. You never told me what she looked like, nor will I. We were at war. None of us knew if we were going back home again. You're too hard on yourself. You always have been. I swear, if I weren't your king, you'd have hit me already. The worst thing about your coronation, I'll never get to hit you again. Trust me, that's not the worst thing. There was a rider in the night. Daenerys Targaryen was with some dark. Ow! What the fuck am I doing? Daenerys Targaryen has wed some Dothraki horse lord. What of it? Should we send her a wedding gift? A knife, perhaps, a good sharp one, and a bold man to wield it. She's little more than a child. Soon enough, that child will be spreading her legs and start breathing. Tell her we're not speaking of this. Oh, it's unspeakable to you that what her father did to your family. That was unspeakable. What Rhaegar Targaryen did to your sister, the woman I loved. I'll kill every Targaryen I get my hands on. But you can't get your hands on this one, can you? This called Drogo. It says he has 100,000 men in his horde. Even 1,000,000 Dothraki are no threat to the realm. As long as they remain on the other side of the Narrow Sea, they have no ships, Robert. There are still those in the Seven Kingdoms who call me usurper. If a Targaryen boy crosses with a Dothraki horde at his back, the scum will join him. He will not cross, and if by any chance he does, we'll throw him back into the sea. There's a war coming, Ned. I don't know when. I don't know who will be fighting, but it's coming.
Hmm.
That was a bad Robert Reed. I do a better job next time.
Hmm.
My Robert Baratheon's rusty.
Yeah.
Mm. Hey, practice makes perfect.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
You should
Just like
learn that,
anything else in
Eloise.
life.
The African snake Tueldi. And what the fuck do you have in your icon?
Hey,
Looks like
Twode.
Looks like Clarence
Hey,
Thomas,
guys.
actually.
Yep.
Thomas.
Yep.
I think I've
Just
seen
give me a
that.
second. I need to set up the fucking sound.
Negro got a super Negro in his icon.
Justin
Exactly.
Clarence
Oh, yeah.
Thomas.
You know,
Corn
while we're
Pop.
looking at those eyes, like I got
Corn Pop remembers.
yeah, like I got this one. お前はもう死んでいる。
Nice.
Nani? Couldn't resist just seeing that. Which, by the way, I actually got the first volume of the manga the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
How's the art? Because I know the art for the Oh wait, no, you're talking about North Star. I thought you were talking JoJo. For some
Yeah.
reason, I confused the two.
Fuck Jojo.
Hey,
So gay.
yeah.
I'm kidding, Aloy.
Says
just
the
have to-
guy.
we
Says
just
the
have
guy
to
who says
agree-
flamboyancy
we have to
equals
agree,
gay when it
disagree.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Flamboyancy is gay. It's good.
No,
What?
flamboyancy does not equate to gay. How many times we have to tell you, man?
I don't
By that
care.
definition, the entire Dynasty Warriors franchise is gay or something. Because they're very
Exactly my
flamboyant.
point. They're super gay.
No, they're not. Oh my god.
Dude, look, anybody
Okay,
can be
let's just settle
flamboyant.
this already.
doesn't-
Let's just settle it. If there's no dicks
doesn't equate-
involved, then
does-
it's not gay.
I don't know why. For some reason,
Thank you, Elise.
let's see. What's going on with the speaker? Why is it not going to my fucking headpiece?
But on a side note, yes, Shane Black did write for Iron Man 3, but he also written The Long Kiss Goodnight and The Last Boy Scout.
Mm,
Oh my god, Humble Marty's comment.
Again,
yeah.
like he's very good material. So it was very disappointing to see him drop the ball so hard in the Predator 2018.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Humble, you're not wrong.
You know what's the irony? I can't stand flamboyant people, but I'm okay with JoJo's.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, currently,
I don't know what the fuck is
currently,
going on
currently we haven't. I mean, currently we haven't received any updates on Part 9, JoJo Lands, but at least people are given enough time to either catch up with the material,
Give me a second. I'll be back.
or read their favorite parts.
I mean, hell, whatever's gonna happen.
Oh, they got rid of Corn Pops. Come back.
Yeah, he's trying to. I think he's trying to fix problems with his mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean,
I
currently
don't
we're
think-
still on the Josuke and Whole Horse mangaka, the one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's not a one shot though.
Yeah.
No, it's a full on spin-off series, and so far from what I've read, it is a good prequel. It's a good prequel to Diamonds Unbreakable and a sequel to Stardust Crusaders.
But I thought like it happened in a different reality. It's like
Okay,
a different
so
universe.
context.
Because
No,
I know
Crazy-
like Steel Ball Run was a different universe. I don't know if that's a continuation of that universe or if
Okay,
it's
all right. So context. Crazy Diamond Demonic Heartbreak takes place in the original universe. Here before Stone Ocean came to be. However, Steel Ball Run and JoJolion, they are set in the alternate universe. Also, like thus spoke Rohan Kishibe is still ongoing, and there are actually new chapters that is set in the original universe, which shows like the original universe like still lives on, instead of turning it into the alternate universe that Steel Ball Run and JoJolion currently reside in.
so. Are
for-
the two universes ever gonna clash?
I mean, they pretty much did since Eyes of Heaven.
It would.
Is that a different manga or?
It's a JoJo fighting game.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That makes more sense.
But as
Oh,
it stands,
the
the
Kishibe-
original.
Is that manga the Kishibe one? Ghost Saguchi? Oh man.
No, I think that's I think that's.
I
the
know,
one
it's a
focused on
promotional
Jolene.
movie.
Yeah, that
But-
it focuses on Jolene.
who was it that goes to? I don't remember. It was a dude though. Like I remember it clearly.
Rohan remains remains like Araki's like favorite characters. Who's next?
There
Next
you
to
go. There you go. Wait. Are you asking like which character that's named after the Gucci brand?
No, I was wondering what happened to that
Mhm.
comic, the one where it's like one of the characters goes to Gucci, and no, I remember it was a male character.
Mhm.
I keep wanting to
Oh,
say
we know.
it's Jolene, but
Hold on, let me look it up.
So what's this about Jolene?
it's part of the Gucci promotional material in JoJo, and I keep thinking that Jolene was involved in one where she's a completely different character, where she finds a mysterious
Yes,
unicorn out in the street, but then meets with
no, it's Rohan Kishibe.
oh, it's Kishibe Rohan. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so anybody got any other topics?
I do have one topic, but I'm just still gonna save it for Leia when she comes in because it's gonna be a doozy.
I imagine.
So they just split?
Oh,
Oh, he's
12D something
still
was wrong
fixing
with
his
his
mic.
mic.
Yeah,
I
something
gotcha.
was wrong with his
Yeah.
mic, so then he went to go fix it.
Corn Pops will return.
I'll be back.
Yeah, well, I guess it's just the four of us now.
I'm just just to briefly go back to JoJo. I remember when the adaptation for Stone Ocean came out. I had a wide smile to see like the anime only watchers' reactions to them experiencing Stone Ocean.
Oh, didn't we all? Didn't we
Mhm.
all?
Yeah.
Oh, and but like the any tubers ruined it because you know how they're all kind of lefties. They were telling everybody to and that's it made it made
Uh,
the JoJo fandom even more.
Yeah.
It made it toxic
Oh yeah.
because they just got a whole bunch of people to start watching Stone Ocean simply because of the female characters, rather than going from the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the Stone Ocean, it continues like it's a combination of all the previous parts.
I mean, yeah, because it is
Yeah.
also where it enacts the heaven plan that Dio thought of,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a vital part in Eyes of
No,
Heaven, the
no.
game.
Anti-tubers and VTubers are different, Dark Stranger.
Yeah,
Anti-tubers are YouTubers that cover anime, and VTubers are YouTubers that have virtual avatars.
Yeah. Martyr from Martyr's Corner is one such example of a VTuber.
Yeah.
Essentially, like
Yeah.
VTubers cover, they can do gaming and a whole bunch of other things. It's just like that they use a virtual avatar with like
Which
the
may or may
technology.
not be anime inspired, depending on the
Yeah,
individual VTuber.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, any tubers they can't cover manga if they want to, but oftentimes they'll only cover anime.
yep.
Yeah.
It's because anime is easier to get into, and I guess nowadays I don't know if they still like get copyright strikes, but I just remember the last time
Mhm.
I heard about copyright strikes there was like back when Toei copyright struck this. I forgot what his name was.
Totally not Mark. However,
Yeah,
however
yeah.
he could. However, well, the thing is totally not Mark. Mark, he covers manga.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's not exclusively anime. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's what
yeah he would cover it. However, he is mainly a manga channel.
I know. But like the manga stuff gets more struck nowadays than the anime stuff.
Yeah. YouTube being YouTube, I guess.
Not only that, but there's been cases when this doesn't even happen not only in the AnyTuber space, but also in like YouTube in general, where people that don't own the copyright strike YouTubers to get money.
Oh yeah, grifters, in other words.
Don't miss the days when YouTube wasn't corporatized and censorship heavy.
I thought it was like some AnyTubers that were telling people to skip all the JoJo stuff. Just go to like Stone Ocean. I didn't know that the outlets were also pushing that.
That is something they would push. It's very in keeping with them.
Oh,
Yeah, but
the
like,
parts skipping parts.
Yeah, but
Oh
But,
god,
like,
No, yeah,
I've just seen AnyTubers that just
Fucking
go
posers,
full
man.
on lefty, and they just like, I don't know, they try and push the lefty stuff through anime.
Let me guess. Posers?
yeah. Sounds like it.
More like sellouts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
That
that's
might even
that's
be
even
more
worse than.
accurate.
I mean, but sellouts are worse than posers.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Worst, let me tell you.
However, does anyone notice, or like in the adaptation of Stone Ocean, like like the art and animation just fell off?
Right.
Like you can tell like, it was a rushed job.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't
Yep,
surprise
Dark
me.
Stranger. I think that's a lot of YouTube these days, where they just like sell out and stuff like that,
Yeah, 'cause they all want that. They all want that clout.
and they also want to get into like the pockets of access media, not understanding that what they have now is actually far better in a far
Yeah.
better state than what access media and like legacy media have.
Oh yeah. Access media is a fucking joke these days.
Yep.
When
Alright,
when
Tony's
hasn't it?
back.
Welcome back, Tony.
Welcome back, man.
Hi, I'm trying to connect, but my Bluetooth is fucking with me. Because this is a new
Understandable.
phone,
Yeah, welcome.
so I
welcome
have
to the club.
some
We can hear you
difficulties
though.
getting used to it. Just a second here.
Yeah, we hear you well, man.
I hear you pretty well.
Yeah, just a second here. No, that's not it.
Well, in terms of AnyTubers, like, I don't know, like, I guess I've just kind of been disappointed with some of the takes that the Anime Man had and stuff like that, especially during the coof.
The anime man is just a cuck, if you ask me. He's
What
just
was
a
going
dumbass.
on with him during that time period?
Always talking about, people have to listen to their government and all that shit. Fucking
Like,
dumb.
it pisses me off that right now they're gonna be touring the U.S. On one hand, like, I wanted to go because one of their shows is gonna happen in October, like in like Philadelphia. So it's like I can like drive there. I mean, I can get a ride there, but it kind of just like pisses me off that they're touring freely over here while simultaneously in the past they were criticizing us for like our decisions, like the people who didn't want to wear masks and stuff like that in the U.S.
Oh yeah. Hypocrites.
Oh,
It's
boy.
it's just that these
Go back
people are
to
just
Japan.
dumb. That's the thing.
Go back to Japan where you aren't that free.
Yeah, where you're oppressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna get more
God.
worse over there.
I mean, gamers are the
Like
most
with the-
oppressed group, they say.
Yeah,
It's gonna get worse over there. Like
That-
now that the best president, the best minister they had is dead, and
It's still crazy and sad what happened to it.
there's this prime for takeover, like internal takeover. Because like I heard that whatchamacallit, the people who run the media over there are like commies.
Oh,
Yep,
that.
yep.
Why does that not surprise me?
They need to get that. The reason why Japan was to begin with very, very conservative was because a young samurai killed a fucking communist leader in point blank. Hey, redneck!
Hey, Rat.
Ow, ow, ow.
Oh yeah, I remember reading up on that. Yeah, David Production. They don't roll with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no JoJo fans even roll with that. Not even me.
I don't
Yeah,
like JoJo, so for me, I don't fucking care.
Like I
Humble,
haven't
I think you
read
might like
JoJo.
Bob Samurai. I mean, I know he's conservative,
I
so
bet you if they ever run into an anime that actually had the audacity to have an all-female cast in their next season, they will tell that same bullshit too.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. There is like, for example, there
It's
is
like skip
anime
that
that is
until Salt Ocean so you don't get infected by toxic masculinity.
Oh,
Oh,
get
fuck
out of here with
Joyce.
that. I'm sorry, but Erina, Lisa, and Trish, all the other female cast of JoJo,
Yeah, but
they
they have
like to
to be
have a word with
rescued by
you.
a man. So
Yeah.
they have internalized
misogyny.
misogyny.
oh damn! Don't remind me of
Once
the
again,
article that
once
was
again,
written
they would
about.
like to have a word with you
Yeah.
if you're going to espouse such platitudes.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let Eloise speak.
Oh damn! You're making me think back to that article that one of the actresses that's in the new House of the Dragon thing. She was talking about Allison, how she has
Oh.
internalized misogyny or whatever.
Oh, good grief.
They missed the point where like the whole reason that war happens in the within the Targaryen dynasty is because Viserys couldn't couldn't choose between like the love of his first wife and the love of his second wife, because like Rhaenyra is a daughter of his first wife who he loved dearly, and Alicent is his second wife who gave him a son, and because he loves his first wife, he wanted Rhaenyra
Right.
to be the person to rule, since she was
Right.
the firstborn. But it by Westerosi traditions, at least north of the Dorney, like they it's the it's the son who rules. I forgot. There's a name for it.
Hmm.
I don't remember what it's called, but essentially, like that's what leads to the conflict. And in the end, I think that Alicent was right. Like all that death and destruction could have been prevented if Viserys had gone with what was traditional.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, like Rhaenyra was manipulated by her predatory uncle and the Valerians who were taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
Not to say that she isn't responsible for what happens to her, but like early on when she's younger. So like essentially like all that stuff could have been prevented if Viserys had gone with what was the tradition instead of like trying to like somehow defy it, even if it was half-assed defiance of it. There was already a precedent set. So
Negro, get your connection straight.
It's not my fucking connection, god damn it. It's the fucking phone. The Bluetooth, it's not connecting with SteamYards at all. It keeps kicking me out whenever I find it.
That's
So
unfortunate.
weird.
As unfortunate as my wrist keep moving all the damn time to get your ass back in.
Well, I'm fucking sorry, Negro. Damn.
Yeah.
This is my boy right here. This is my boy.
Yep. The thing is, I had the worst week last weekend.
Can you miss my voice already? Damn.
Dude, I haven't been able to talk to any of you for over a week because the fucking computer and my phone died at the same fucking time on the weekend.
That's gotta hurt.
Duh. Now I have to buy a fucking new one, and it's like a S22 Ultra fucking Galaxy, and It's nice. It's really nice. I'm really happy with it. But it annoys the fuck out of me. It doesn't have a fucking headphone jack, so I can't talk to you without Bluetooth. And Bluetooth, this is why I hate Bluetooth. It just fucking connects every time.
Yeah.
Does your Bluetooth have battery?
Hmm?
Does your Bluetooth have battery? Because sometimes.
No. It's a chargeable one.
All right.
Well, that counts as a battery because it's rechargeable.
Yeah, but it's an internal battery. You can't remove it. It's
What
like
about getting a dongle?
and then become like those fucking iPod users, iPhone users. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I might do that. I have. There's another. There's no other fucking option. Fuck you, Apple, for creating the most stupid shit ever, and everybody
you
is
get-
following you.
Oh, I thought you got an iPhone. I was like, why'd you get an iPhone in the first place?
No. I got a Samsung, and they fucking copy Apple because Apple is like a fucking dumbass company that thinks for themselves that they're smart, and their people are fucking sheep. Like, honest to God, they're fucking sheep. They pay more for less.
Yeah, they pay $1,000 for a fucking monitor stand, for crying out loud.
Exactly my point. That exact thing is what I'm talking about. Like, oh, well, fuck you, consumer, and talk about yes, man, I fucking love it. Headphone jacks, trucker headphones are better than anything. Fuck this fucking Bluetooth. This is why I don't like Bluetooth.
Yeah. You can see Bluetooth headsets being problematic.
Yep. Like, I have it right now, but I can't hear and I can't say anything. It's fucking pointless. It's like it's not connected.
So glad I have an old-fashioned phone. Not old-fashioned. It's just like
Hey, Joni.
it
Yeah,
still has.
Sony.
I'm glad my phone still has a head jack.
I swear to God, if I could get my hands on a Sony phone, I would be happy. But I can't because they're fucking not available in Canada anymore. It's been 5 years. They're not selling anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a shame. Like one of the best phones I've ever seen.
Hey, Yoni, you want to join us today?
Hello, Joni.
The more the merrier.
It's a weekend. You got time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday. How did the clip go?
This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. If I is over on the west side.
That's
There
not
you
the
go.
clip.
Dang it, Wolf.
It's Friday.
Finally,
You have nothing
it
else
worked.
to do.
Hallelujah.
I know you don't got a job.
I'm back,
I know you
bitches.
don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
In
And
my
that clip
case, I
never
do
gets
have
old.
a job. Yeah, never gets old. That's
I'm still
before
trying to
Chris,
find a
Very
Chris
job.
Tucker became fat.
He's decently thick.
You're Canadian? Rip fisherman. I'm actually African, no, but I live in Canada, yes.
Man traveled all the way from Saudi Arabia to escape oppression. He can't catch a break. He's stuck
Exactly.
I
I
traveled
swear.
10,000 miles for this shit.
Yep. I
They got me like 100 miles because they thought we were gonna score, and then we're not gonna score.
Yo, there
I
was
swear.
this yesterday. There was this pregnant lady, who was hauling buckets of water because in my area, for like 3 or 4 days straight, we didn't have water. And she was like, I left Africa to stop doing this. Why do I have to come here and now I'm doing this? And she was like hauling 2 buckets of water while pregnant. And I'm just like, damn lady.
Yikes.
Mhm.
That's bad.
Oh man.
Man, the reason why this is happening is because of this fucking commies. They want to turn us into a fucking commie state. That's it.
Mhm.
Canada.
Yuri Bezmenov and countless others who have defected from the Soviet Union, like they gave us warnings.
and warnings that fell on deaf ears, for the
Yep.
masses were deaf and blind and utterly stupid.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
it was during a time of comfort and peace. But even during that like they should we should have like taken his and their words into serious consideration because they know what they taught they know what they were talking about and made and took the risk of
Yep.
escaping from the Soviet Union.
Yep.
Before the collapse of said union as well as the Berlin Wall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Preach, brother. But that's
Yeah.
the thing.
You guys ever hear the song "Reluctant Hero" from Attack on Titan?
I'm not.
That sounds
Day by
familiar.
day, we
I
have lost our edge. Don't you know? Forgotten is the life we led. Now it seems you don't know what the risk is. The peaceful times have made us blind. Like that's what I think of. Like whenever
Yeah,
people
she
say
did.
That's
we're
She did
true.
do the voice
That's
lines.
true because the story of Attack on Titan literally tells you that what happens when people forget that life is suffering.
Yeah. We are born free. Mhm.
Born free, but shackled by death and
Mhm.
shackled by life itself.
Mhm.
That's why it's always a cheat, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Reality is always like
Me.
ha
Dark
ha ha
Stranger.
ha.
You live in Jersey too, or is it just me stuck in this trash can? Well, I know Brian lives here too.
Yeah.
But like
But
beside
luckily, I
us.
haven't had the water problems that Alois has had.
The funny thing is, we were warned about it like back when the Flint, Michigan crisis happened.
Yeah.
Like all this, I remember the Great Lead Panic where everybody was panicking about like lead in the water,
Yeah.
and the people who came to investigate like the
Yeah.
schools here in my city, like they said that there was lead in the water, and that meant that that the pipes weren't that good, that the pipes
Yep,
needed
poison.
Yeah.
and nothing was done. And fast
Yeah.
forward to now, and we have this thing that happened where the pipes broke, and it's only
Yeah.
now that is finally getting fixed.
Yeah.
The water is back, by the way, but like the pressure
Nice.
is kind of off. But I
Which
mean,
means they've still got a ways to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad the water is back.
At least you got water though.
Bro, you better be
Yeah.
stocking up on that damn water and boiling that shit to get the enzymes and all that shit out. So when next that happens, you can get in that tub, pour all that hot water in there, and you just have you a spa.
That's what I did in the morning. Like my mom woke me up like at 4 in the morning
What is that?
because my dad he went to use the bathroom at 4 and he found out there was water, and so
Yeah.
like we were all like he woke us all up just to take showers.
Yeah.
You know this is
Get your stinking
Ali, this
ass
is
in that
money.
damn shower right now. Get in there right now. Get in there and take that damn shower.
Mm-hmm.
Shower with
The
buckets.
fiendish fiend. Damn it! Shut up, all of you. The fiendish fiend, Artificer Yoni.
Hey, people.
Long time no see, my friend.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
Greetings.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Oh, I've started writing. Finished a short prologue for my novel, and I started on chapter 1.
Oh,
Sounds
nice.
cool.
That's great.
Congrats. That's great, man.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, it's nice to finally get that writing started, and it's funny, like immediately when you're done with a thing, you start noticing the flaws.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's good. That's good. That means you're not farting your own farts. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You
You know
realize
what?
that.
Wait a minute. Wait. Fuck this. Hold on. We gotta do this properly, guys. Come on now. Yoni's been away for a long time. I picked up some new friends now. Art, Joni, you already know Brian, but we have Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Hello. And wait, we have actually met before.
Yeah. Final Fantasy fan was there the last time we met. So
You
nice to see you again.
There's Eloise Dottle, the Bear of the North.
Jeez.
There's the African Snake Tueldi.
Cheers, my friend, and welcome.
Cheers.
And of course, the Hound of the South. Down. We got to refamiliar. We got to refamiliar him. He's been away for a long time, guys. Come on.
Hey, that's fair. But it's good to see you again, Joni.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys again. I was lucky, like I fell asleep like at what 20 hours, and I woke up like at 0:40.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, so 4 hours of sleep, but I'll take a nap like maybe like 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
So how you guys been? I've been well enough.
Yeah.
honestly, it's kind of life is tragedy. What can I say?
Yeah.
Surviving. I will survive. Da, 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 da.
At least I'm not the only one that's hyper.
Yeah.
I'm not hyper.
Hmm.
Don't lie. Don't
Oh.
try.
I feel happy.
Talk about
happy. Oh, so happy.
also
feel
happy and
bubbly
gay.
I know that song anywhere.
Like, I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
That's before the fucking homosexuals took the fucking term gay from meaning happy to meaning fucking a fruit.
They hijacked it.
Yep.
Well, gay also made optimistic besides happy.
Yeah. Man.
You
Man,
can
it
still
really shows
you
you
can
how.
still
It really shows you how far our freaking society is falling when the fucking society is run by fucking illiterates.
Yep.
That's why I
Oh,
call them
God.
illiterates, because I call them illiterates. That's the reason why I call them illiterates, because half the time these motherfuckers cannot spell, let alone read. And yet
Can't
they
bother
think
to
they
look
can
up
change
words in
the
a
fucking language.
They can't even learn to look up a dictionary for crying out loud.
But you know what?
Oh,
One of the
don't
kids,
remind me of they changed the definition of recession, or at least tried to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
Fucking dumbasses.
There's no accepted definition of a recession. No, get fucked. There is.
know
Just to
what?
let you know, that voice he made reminds me of fucking Razor Fist.
Oh yeah.
When he said it, I was like, well, I mean that a recession does not mean.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cure
just
this
goofy.
toxic flamboyancy with the most masculine song ever.
What's that?
When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. When you're a jet, if the spit hit the fan, you got brothers around, you're a family man. You're never alone, you're never disconnected. You're home up with your own. When companies expect it, you're well protected. Then you're all set with a capital J, which you'll never forget till they cart your way. When you're a jet, you stay a jet.
What is that song from?
That's from West Side Story. Same song as I Feel Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I know Tony like I know me, and I guarantee you can count him in. In and out, let's get cracking. Where are you going to find Bernardo? At the dance tonight at the gym. But the gym is neutral territory. I'm going to make nights with him. I'm only going to challenge him. Great daddy, yo. So everybody dress up sweet and sharp and meet Tony and me at 10 and walk tall. We always walk tall. We're jets, the greatest. When you're a jet, you're the top cat in town. You're the gold medal kid in the heavyweight crown. When you're a jet, you're the swingingest thing. You're a little boy, you're a man, little man,
Thank
you're
you,
a
Dark
king.
Stranger.
The jets are in gear. Our cylinders are clicking. The sharks are still clear. Cause every Puerto Rican's a lousy chicken. Here comes the jet like a bat out of hell. Someone gets in that way. Someone don't feel so well. Here come the jet's little world. Step aside. Better go underground. Better run. Better hide. We're drawing the line. So keep your nose hidden. We're hanging a sign. Say visitors forbidden. And we ain't kidding. Here come the jets. Yeah, we gonna. Fuck, I fucked that last line up.
Mhm.
I was in
It
the mode
happens.
too,
Final, we can see you.
and we can't
Good.
hear you.
Yeah, the camera
Yes,
on there,
because
Chris.
yeah, because my mic was on mute because I was planning to play on a joke. Because Wolf was still singing.
Again.
You're gonna lose a subscriber. Again.
Probably.
So, Joni, how's Finland doing? Did they have any protests? Like, because I heard about the stuff in Norway or something. It was the tractor protest, I think.
Farmer,
don't know
farmer strike, you mean?
Yeah.
I haven't read the news lately, but things have been mostly quiet. There was a thing about gas prices going down, at least temporarily, so that's good. But and there was news about one energy company keeping one of their plants down, supposedly for maintenance, but probably just to keep the prices up. But ongoing situation. Let's see how things develop. On a more personal note, visited an Arctic museum last week. 10-mile ride back and forth. Really nice. When I biked there, started raining midway through. Yeah, at least I got the complimentary pastry and coffee when I went there, so that's nice. And the owner knew an uncle of mine who did research in Greenland.
So
Yeah.
a scientist.
Yeah. I was witnessing there, so for like inspiration for my book, I was thinking of. I've noticed that I've been concentrating so much on the city-states aspect of my setting that I completely forgot that in a world that pretty much lives and changes, like mountains grow in a human lifetime and all that, I've completely forgotten to focus on nomadic culture. So I thought I'd check in on the museum and see if they got any material there that could inspire me for that.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Does Finland have
Which nomadic tribe did you take?
Oh, they had a exhibition on the Sami people who used to be nomadic reindeer herders. So they travel all the Nordic northernmost areas of the Nordic countries,
Oh,
and
I see.
and into Russia.
Oh,
Although it hasn't been like that for at least 100 years, so now they're just staying like roughly the same areas.
Oh, so are they called Sumi or Sami?
Sami or Sami. I don't know the Sami languages, so I can't like get the exact pronunciations they have, right? So Sami is
the closest
how
thing that you know.
Finns say.
Okay, that's cool, man. What type of story is it? Is it post-apocalyptic story?
No, this it's a fantasy story, but I use real-world cultures as basis for major kingdoms and nomadic cultures.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I figured if Tolkien and other fantasy writers have done it, why rock the boat?
Exactly,
Besides,
because it works. If it works, why fix it?
Yep.
And
broke, don't fix it.
I'm trying to think of a completely new alien culture. It's possible, but it's hard and it takes a long while. I'm gonna try to do it, but as I said, you have to work on it.
Yep. So what's the story about? Is it like a fantasy story or?
Oh yes, fantasy story. And the one of the things of the worlds is that both in a Watsonian and Doylist sense, it's not completely finished. It's incomplete. So mountains can grow in a human lifetime. There could be a huge gorge where it didn't used to be, say, a week ago, and building things like roads is hard because the terrain, yeah. And of course, there has to be something to fix it. So I'm gonna have to. I have a MacGuffin that stabilizes the area, but I'm thinking maybe a staff shape or something like that. Then now I just need to think of a name for the thing. And names are the one thing I'm really bad at making. Yeah, I have this one race. Basically, alchemically created artificial humans, homunculi that are like taller than humans, pretty much super soldiers. So the name I have for them in English is Cauldron-born, after a Welsh mythological thing. But yeah, it's a good name. But it's more
really cool. I got goosebumps. I like this. Yeah. I like this very much.
I like the name.
Yeah, but in other discussions, it's considered in Blade Runner. The proper name is Replicant, and Skin Job is the pejorative. And Cauldron-born does feel like a pejorative in one sense. So I'm gonna stick to it. But if I find a more proper name, I might have that as the main name. And I have to admit, I got Cauldron-born via BattleTech, because in BattleTech they got the clans, and they have a genetically engineered pilots, and the inner sphere, or the normal faction, started calling the Claner warriors Cauldron-born.
I have a question. Since you mentioned BattleTech, what are your thoughts on the recent thing that happened with Blaine Pardoe?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that. I heard there was like an attempt.
He got fired because of some crazy stalker person spreading rumors about him.
Oh,
ruining his name, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I hope they can fix the situation somehow, but that's gonna be hard in this climate.
Yeah.
Yep, that is correct.
Especially now that elections are coming around the corner. Over here, it's gonna start ramping up again.
Oh yeah. It's like any excuse they can get to expand their power.
Yep.
I think Blaine Pardoe recently released a book of his called Blue Dawn, where essentially he was explaining what would happen if the lefties got their way.
Basically communism.
Yeah, Blue Dawn is an homage to the
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yeah, I've heard it.
It seems like the higher ups who now own BattleTech, it's between Tops and I forgot what the other company was called. Damn, I can't remember.
What was it? Catalyst?
No. Catalyst is the ones who have the license to publish the game, but it's between Tops. Tops used to own BattleTech, but then Tops was bought by Fanatics. So Fanatics and Tops co-licensed the IP to Catalyst Games. So people were saying it has something to do with the people at the top.
Yep, it's definitely the case.
Yeah, hearing about the situation and just wanting it to go away, so they fired Blaine. And that's the current situation. So
which I assume is absolute dog shit, but
yep. Not only that, Blaine hired some investigators to figure out who it was that was sending him death threats and everything, and it was a convict, some convict guy living out of his father's basement.
Yep. He's a pedo.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's always these damn pedos. Like, don't you have a life? Keep yourself alive. Hide somewhere. Don't announce yourself to everybody. People will kill you.
They'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
Yep.
So essentially, the guy hasn't really followed through on his threats, because he got a restraining order, and apparently he was arrested for. He was fired and arrested because he issued terroristic threats at his former workplace, the convict guy.
Of
And
course
that's the
he
guy
did.
that they decided to keep around and gave a writing job to like appease him. And it seems like people don't realize it, that appeasement never works.
Because the moment you appease a person of that type of ego, they want more and more and more and more until the cow cannot give anymore, and then they butcher the cow.
Yep. Give them an inch and they take a mile.
Yep. Oh God. This is why we need to have the whole fisticuffs thing again. Like, hey, I'm gonna harass you. Okay, eat a knuckle sandwich. Fucking knock his teeth out, and then you go to fucking. He goes to jail because he's harassing you, but at the same time, it makes no fucking sense. If you do that, it just makes it worse. It's kind of a fucking. It's fuck either way. Yeah, but seriously, we need some people to actually, like, really, they need to fucking beat the shit out of these people, especially these damn pedos who think themselves they're above the law because they're covered behind the LGBT bullshit. Fucking absolute evil.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm talking to myself because there's no one else talking except Mr.
So
We're just
we
enjoying
agree
what you're
with you.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like there are multiple times, like why individuals who happen to be part of the gay
I think
demographic, regardless
Americans are
of you
great to come
lean
back, though.
political.
Because, like, already, I don't know if you guys heard about.
All right. Now I guess the gag is all here. How y'all doing?
Then comes Wolf with his interruption. Interruptus magicus. And then comes in with a
I think,
meme all of a sudden.
like I was saying, I think honor duels are gonna come back because, like, they're
I
already
need those
hanging.
shit to come back.
I know,
They
but
need to
it's
come back.
coming back along with lynching. Like, did you guys hear about LA? Like, they found
Yeah.
a corpse hanging from a tree, and the cops were trying to set that thing on fire to, like, tamper with evidence. Because
The cops?
yeah, because they couldn't really solve it. More like they didn't want to solve it. Because
Oh, so
Oh, yeah.
corrupt cops, basically. Okay.
Yeah, so,
This calls.
sounds
This
like they're
calls.
taking cues from Howard Chaykin's like well, not latest, but it came out some time ago called
I
Hysteria.
bet you they would have tried to, like, what's it called again? Aggrandize that situation if it were a black person, but I don't think it was. So they're
I
setting
think it
up.
was a white guy. I definitely think it's a
and
white
it
person.
likely has to do with the narcs.
Yep.
So yeah,
This is the problem. We just need the Punisher.
I mean, there was already a guy in there was this guy who defended his. I think I shared the video. He defended his property. He just shot people, and there was another guy in New York who stabbed a robber. So, like, people are turning into punishers.
Good. That's good because that shows that the state is losing power, and they know they don't need to basically what is it? They need to understand that power is in the hands of the people to begin with. Their laws mean nothing if the people don't abide by it or do not respect it. The whole reason we even have a society is because there's a contract between you and me and everyone around me that we understand the rules of the game. But if someone comes in and destroys everything just because they want to destroy it, what do you have? Anarchy. And if you have anarchy, only the biggest gun survives. And that's the problem.
What's funny is that
Didn't
the
George-
government kind of enables this shit too. They enable
because
these
they're
criminals.
corrupt. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're right. Yeah, because they're corrupt. They're not the system of government has corrupted itself to the core
Yeah.
because because of a vote that actually surprised everybody and Donald Trump won, and that caused the trigger that activates all those leftist morons, and all of them
Yep.
went completely psycho. Like literally, they all went fucking mental.
Yep. It's like anarchy exists now because of government. How ironic.
Yep. Yeah. Again, wow, so surprising.
Didn't George Washington say that he would not want politics soon as he dies or something?
Don't think I remember that quote.
To
Man,
change the
Thomas
topic
Jefferson,
a
if he
bit,
sees-
to change the topic just slightly, more people should take example from Ciniciatus, the ancient Roman leader, who, after having been given the tyrant-like power, used it what he needed and then retired back to his farm.
But that's the thing. That guy that you're talking about, he is wise beyond his years. Because he's wise, he doesn't want the headache of having such a corrupt, overarching corrupt power. Because he realizes that it can damage his country and his people.
There was a quote I saw recently. Perhaps power is not corruptible, but it is a lightning rod for those who can be corrupted.
Yep, that is correct.
Yep.
Power reveals.
Yeah, I think power
Yeah,
reveals the truest nature of humanity. Makes
like
makes
alcohol.
people. Yeah, exactly.
It's how one uses power, which reveals their character.
Yep.
Even in ancient Greece, Platon wrote in one of his texts of the ring of Gyges, which turned a person invisible, and it is such power that reveals the true nature of a man.
Yeah, because
Oh, I probably should. I've had the idea of having like Greek city-states as one of the factions I have. I thought of the name Apollonic League, and I probably should think of some fictional philosophers for those guys. And I finally thought of a main antagonist for the series, at least for the first book. Perhaps more of a man behind the man kind of deal, but I thought of Romulus and Remus, and I thought, what if they both survived as demigods, immortal demigods, and the Romulus type, he's going to be the bad guy, and the Remus type, he's going to be more of the Roman Republic guy with more of a alliance of republics, and there's going to be a civil war between those two factions. And I've also got more of a Byzantine-inspired city-state more to the north, where the main characters are going to meet some of the other main characters. I thought that's good. Good travel point, lots of merchants, city, diplomatic stuff. Yeah, that's a perfect place for like have the main characters meet.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Does the story take place on Earth or on another planet?
A complete fantasy world. Ratala is the name I have thought thus far. Ratalak. Ratala sounds a bit more natural to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a meaning in your language?
Oh yeah. In fact, yes. Rata is like Junarata is train tracks, and if Ratala is like the la suffix is like a place.
Oh,
Uh,
so Retala is
and then I slap
place.
on an H to make it an H at the end to make it copyrightable and make it sound more fantasy. So it's like the land of tracks because, for example, city-states, they're not in one place. They do move around. I just thought they usually move like in a certain pattern.
Mm-hmm. I actually like the idea.
Yeah. The funny thing is the idea for this chaotic geography came from like in certain video games. Between the games, things change sometimes really drastically. The most drastic I can think of the Vault 15 between Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Fallout 1 it was a shed under a shed. In Fallout 2 it's under a mountain. Never got inside it when I played it years ago, so I should play it again. But yeah, and then I have various inspirations from here and there. So I thought, in fact, the earliest inspiration came from was it 2006? The Dungeons and Dragons World of Eberron. There was one thing there which inspired me to, if I make my own world using some of the same design philosophies, I could make it this and that, blah blah. So this project has been on for years, but properly it only started like the summer last year when I started writing down notes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It means that you're passionate about the story, so it will take time.
Yeah.
Especially it's a passion project. It will take time.
Yeah. I've noticed like because I have a day job, I'm exhausted after work. I don't get like any writing done on the week. On the week, but on the weekend I do get something done, which is usually just a few paragraphs at most. But I think that once I start getting into it, I change change from writing literally pen on paper to writing on a computer. I can get more into the flow.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Writing pen on paper is good. There's the mechanical feel of it and a sense of finality, but you can't like go back and just change things just like that when you notice something or if you change your mind.
Yep. I understand because that's the mechanical part of it, and that's the issue.
And as for more of a like the narrative, I'm still like working on getting it together. But the underlying thing I've thought is I have the thing of so that some writers have where it feels like the characters are talking to me. And one of the characters, one of the villains, his thing was that he never really had a choice in matters. He followed the things because it was his duty, because that is what he was supposed to do. And I thought, wait, there's a thing here, and it kind of loops back to one of the main protagonists. Why not have a space princess? She's more of the tomboy type. She like wants to. You usually think, I don't want to have this all this power. I don't want to have all this responsibility. Have to do the thing, la di da. So freedom and choice, freedom and responsibility. There's a theme here I could explore. Now it's just to see if I can actually get that get that thought to paper.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, you can make it so that the princess runs away because of the fact that she hates the responsibility.
Yeah, and I thought, but making her the crown princess might be. Because I'm a weeb, I might have been too much influenced by Japanese and other Sinosphere Confucians thought family and
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Yeah.
my own art style comes from anime, basically.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Any inspiration is better than no inspiration. So if you know where you're coming from, and you're gonna use it for the sake of information,
but
always
yeah.
good.
Yes, thanks. So I thought maybe make this princess maybe like a third princess or something like that. Just to like help my get my subconscious in order, and that way I can also have other characters to have as foils later on if I ever get off the main planet, so to speak. Because I was also thinking of making this a cosmic fantasy story at some point, but that might be the second book or third book. But first, I need to get this first one done. So, and yeah, nice to know that there are other Eberron fans here as well.
Anime and stuff like that. That's like we live for that, man.
Especially since the Western entertainment industry kind of sucks right now.
To be honest with you, it sucks for the last 15 years.
And don't leave the Europeans hanging. They got some quality material as much as the East has.
Yeah, for example, there's a good French animated series and like prequel series called Wakfu and Dofus. They're pretty good.
Yes, I love Wakfu. So good.
Is it about those animal things?
There are animal species in Wakfu and Dofus, but the main characters are like human-ish. Yeah.
Is it like a fighter, a guy who gets a lot of bruising and punches in the face all the time?
No, the main character thinks with portals. But there's a one fighting guy.
I mean, Dofus and Wakfu, they're essentially it's a high epic fantasy series.
Epic.
Yeah, but it does incorporate aspects of science fiction, but leans more into science fantasy. And magic tech too.
Magic tech, okay.
Yeah, technology powered by magic.
Final Fantasy 6 stuff, basically.
Or magic that copies the aspects of technology. For example, in Eberron, there are things called lightning rails, which are basically magical trains that use lightning magic or lightning elementals to float over ground and such.
So they use aspects of physics for the rules of the world, but
correct.
But they use the aspect of magic as a source of power. That's why they have infinite technology. Yeah, that's an actual idea. Nice idea.
You're correct.
Yeah, the most common user of Magitech as a thing is actually Japan, especially Final Fantasy around Final Fantasy VI started using it as a sort of a setting a thematic or setting expanded,
thematic
you
setting.
could say.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the thematic expansion of the story because they changed it?
Or perhaps setting a aesthetic would be more an accurate term.
Yep, it's an aesthetic, yes.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to use mythology to like justify having Magitech in my setting. For example, you probably know the story of Daedalus, the guy who made the labyrinth in Greek mythology and gave Icarus the wings.
I think it was the king who put the Minotaur into the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Minos.
Yeah.
And in Finnish mythology, we have this Smith god or Smith hero Ilmarinen. So, and he made a couple of creations that are very Magiteki when you look at it from a certain angle. I remember there being basically a robot cow. There's one story where he makes a robot wife, and I think there was an angry crossbow as well, or an angry bow.
Angry Bow, that's funny.
Yeah. I should reread the Kalevala and possibly like the original notes if I can find a good digitized version of it. The Kalevala is based on. It's basically sort of a compilation of Finnish myths, but slightly rewritten to create a complete whole, a complete story. It's a very, very fascinating tale, and Tolkien used it as a inspiration for many of his characters, many aspects of his stories. For example, the tale of Turin Turambar is based on the story of Kullervo, and Tolkien in fact wrote an English retelling of Kullervo. I might have that book somewhere, but that's the key word, somewhere. What kind of sources do you use as inspiration? I've already mentioned myth, literature, tabletop games, and video games, anime as well. But what guys do you use?
The thing is, I don't write anything, so for me, I'm just more of a reader of stories. More of a person who likes to check out stories and see how they go. More than anything else.
Me? And you know that I just draw as a hobby because I showed you on Discord a little there.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's a good start, but as I mentioned, proportions a bit too long in my taste. So.
Yeah, but that's for inspiration.
For me, from how I
guess
sorry,
I'll
Brandon.
go first. Yeah, it's all right. I think for me, I was like
I'll
the
let you
redheaded character
finish.
I designed was from was actually inspired by a professional wrestler, Becky Lynch, to be exact.
Nice.
You know?
Wow. All right.
Yeah, so that's one thing I did. I just figured, you know what, green with reddish hair, why not? And like I said, I think one of my biggest artistic inspirations was probably Patrick Spaziante, who did the Archie Sonic comics for a long time. He did a lot of the cover art for those books for years.
That's a good source of inspiration.
Yeah, it's like probably one of my. You can kind of see a little of it in the avatar I'm using here. And I try to give it a little good pop there. I'm trying to think of who else. Obviously, video games are a big part. Dynasty Warriors was an inspiration for me, since one character uses a Dao sword, the other has a Guandao.
Polearms are an underrated type of weapon for heroes. I really should give one of my characters a polearm, but I still need to figure out who everyone is in the main party, so to speak.
Yeah.
My larval demon character has one originally when I was originally doing the story back in college that can materialize, and I believe he acquired, if I recall my memory, he acquired it by either forging it or was given to his then master, then also mother, as a weapon. On top of an already assortment of abilities they could use.
Hey Wolf, excuse me, but I gotta go. Okay, I'll be back in a few.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Catch you later, man.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
So now that I'm going to turn into a novel, I'm opting to have his Blacktail be the weapon. I mean, he's not going to have the pole arm anymore, but he's going to use his tail like a xenomorph.
Ooh,
Ooh,
spear
nice.
tail.
Spirit tail. Oh, so wait, is he gonna be like a scorpion type?
No, it's not scorpion-ish. It's a devil tail, or rather,
Oh, devil's tail.
actually, he's a maiming black tail.
Okay.
If you had to classify the demons as an animal species, he's from the violent circle. So therefore, of the category, he's the violence demon. But the specific species he is the maiming blacktail, and the reason why it's called that because they revel in maiming you with their blacktails.
I mean, given that he has a devil's tail, but yeah.
And his whole shtick is that he's trying to escape the 9 circles of hell,
Right.
as a wager against the devil.
And for me, from when I would take inspiration, at least for Light and Darkness, the biggest inspiration for me is obviously Final Fantasy, because of course it is, because it's specifically that of Final Fantasy 1, where we have Warriors of Light saving the world from the darkness that's been plunged in the darkness by a darker entity. They were chosen by this entity, but then by this lighter entity to save the world from the darkness, to seal the darkness away. They're not just, I'm not going over this like the whole God as the final boss, although they pretty much are gods. They're just trying to seal them away due to how to basically just regain the light after the darkness has just dominated the whole world. But then the other sources of inspiration for the characters, for the heroes, being tokusatsu, because where we have the main heroes being color themed. So the Fotia's as fire, so he's red. Asrapi, the Yellow Ranger, who is the element of thunder. Animos, who's green, he's the element of wind. Nero, who's the element of water, blue. But then brown for Gi, who's the light warrior of earth. But then one common weapon they all have is a different type is a sword, which there's always a different type of sword, because the other tokusatsu inspiration from this is Kamen Rider Saber, which was the last season prior to this current season, which is getting close to being finished, of Kamen Rider Revice, before we're gonna get Geats next year, or no, not next year, next month. So then, even with the villains in Light and Darkness, the villains, they're also based on Final Fantasy villains, like different aspects of Final Fantasy villains, like Fierte, who's the Sin of Pride. His main source of inspiration from his design is very similar to that of Emperor Mateus, the main villain from Final Fantasy II. And which one is it? I need to remember most of my characters.
Yeah, it's a real trouble sometimes. But there I got my notebook. When you mentioned sins, I have a thing I like to get that feedback on later. Sorry for interrupting.
You're okay. I mean, I'm trying to look back at my written script. I know it's here somewhere. Probably chapter 12, probably. Wait. It's almost there. I thought I just found it.
Yeah, trying to find your notes and scripts is always a bother if you're disorganized like me. So, yeah. But oh yeah, Kamen Rider. I'm most familiar with the original series V3, and I tried watching Osu and a Wizard, but I never got really into those. But the problem is I should like really download all the series and watch them in sequential order, like properly, instead of just, oh, I'm gonna start watching this and I only watch like 3 episodes. Speaking of which, I rewatched
I know it's around here somewhere.
Some of Babylon 5 recently, and oh dear, one of the episodes really hits differently now.
Yeah.
But I suppose while Final Fantasy fan is checking his notes, I could mention the thing I had, because I have a type of dragon that's based on the 7 deadly sins, or there are a bunch of them. Let's see if I can find them. I thought of why not have a Fisher King kind of deal where some kings are sort of cursed, have a cursed bond to dragons, and I thought of why not have the 7 deadly sins and other similar things as a deal, and for example, pride dragons would have a peacock kind of deal going on where they are very flashy. But some of the ideas I have are more like for
more fitting for vanity.
Well, pride and vanity are connected, but that's a good point.
You're right.
Yeah. Greed. This one I'm least fond of. That they just have very big paws, and lust dragons just have long tongues. So need to.
Got to have their paws sticky.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Thanks. That's really good.
You got to, especially if you're going to go with avarice too. If avarice is one of the sins.
I think I found. Oh, sorry.
No.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I just found which one of my characters are for the sin of sloth. Parisius. Yeah, Parisius, because the sins of my characters are named after their respective sin in the French language, whereas the heroes are named after their respective elements in the Greek language. So yeah, Parisius, she's actually based on a mage in Final Fantasy, titular mage outfits.
Yep.
But yeah, that's already because any fantasy story that I would write sometime in the future, what they would all have in common is their basis of inspiration, and it all traces back to Final Fantasy.
How many drafts have you went through so far in its inception?
Who, me?
Final.
Oh.
How many what?
How many drafts have you gone through?
How many drafts?
Yes. First draft, second draft, third draft. Writing your story.
I mean, I'm already just I'm already just going back 14 drafts in, which they're already set in chapters. So just about 14 chapters in with the written script. If 14. That answers your if that answers your question.
I mean, the main times you've gone back, rewrote, reconfigured, recontextualized.
I was just already doing that now, so I just already got 2 drafts done, the prologue and the first chapter in the edited script.
So 2 drafts in. Good job, man. I'm in my first draft.
I mean, still need to think of some type of storyboard after all this is done, because it is going to be a graphic novel. I would need to find some type of artist for that.
Well, speaking of artists, what type of artists are you looking for?
Like, in terms of the style for art, I would like to say somewhat of an I like to say a manga style, but
I would say go something similar to Symbiotic Titan.
Symbiotic Titan. I need to look at the style.
I was going to say that saying manga art is incredibly vague. Perhaps using a more an established author like say Yoshitaka Amano or
Yoshitaka Amano, his art is absolutely great.
well, I hate this. I always forget names when I'm supposed to say them. The guy who writes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Kirihiko
Araki.
Yeah, Araki, yeah, or Araki style, or the fellow who draws Naruto. Kishibe. No, that's Kishibe. It's the JoJo character. As you can see, I have real bad trouble with names.
Yeah, I looked at Symbiotic Titans, and I mean, well, good, but not kind of the style I'm looking for here.
Close to it, I mean. Simplistic, not too overly detailed, with a bit of a nice, like cool, wavy type of design, akin to Okami.
Well, you can also look up the art of Joe Madureira.
Oh, I was going to mention Joe Mad's Battle Chasers, one of my inspirations. That has our art style that I think would fit your project.
Joe Mad. Joe Mad, what's it now?
Just Joe. Type in Joe Mad artist. People recognize him for his time in Marvel as well as DC.
I know him through Battle Chasers and Darksiders. Thank you.
Even though he's no longer working in comics, his works will continue to live on.
Yeah, and looking at his art style, yeah, it's not quite that. All right, hold on. I need to find this now.
Hey.
Go pulp. I think you can go pulp too. Maybe.
Yeah, look up different pulp artists.
You can never go wrong with checking out Frank Frazetta and what was that other fellow?
Boris
Vallejo. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. It's funny like how people will mistake him as Frank Frazetta because their art is so similar to one another.
What about Adam Warren?
Oh, that's another good choice. Adam Warren.
What was Then there are if you want to go a bit more in the grimdark aesthetic, there's that one guy who did both Tolkien drawings and Warhammer Fantasy drawings.
Ignore the big lips. Just see it for what it is. Simplistic, not too overly complicated, but well detailed, all the same.
In other words, go for more iconic designs with little detail.
Little to some.
Yeah, I mean John Byrne is another good example of his art.
His
art style is
kind of balance. That's the thing. That's the key. Is find that balance.
You make it detailed without it being too busy.
Yeah, well, that's why I bring up like John Byrne. His artwork is simplistic. However, he puts in enough details in the characters as well as the background.
And when designing a character, it's sometimes the philosophy of less is more is a good idea. If you put in too many things, too many details, the character design gets too busy.
Exactly.
Where you're influencing your sleeve, but don't outright just slap it on everything.
Right.
Because sometimes it doesn't always go on everything. Looking at you, Nomura.
Mr. Belts and Zippers man. I read a thing, an interview or something where he said that he started doing it for the comedy of it and that comedic spite. that he can do like more simple designs, but he likes to screw with his fans a bit, which I can respect to a degree.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
And he wonders why I don't play any Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah.
Well, I can hold on. The character,
Not that he's
the
for
character
losing
designs
my
on
life.
Kingdom Hearts, but the character design, the artistic design of Kingdom Hearts is very very simplistic.
And Nomura's designs in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are really good. For example, Jin. Oh man, that's a perfect design. And Malos also has a really good design. If you because it's really simple, but it is memorable. But I admit it's Malos is harder to draw, in my opinion, than Jin. But then again, I'm no artist, so.
We've gone at least like 2.5 hours. Y'all still want to keep going, or do y'all want to wrap it up?
I might just take one last thing about some of my own influences. One character I haven't talked about recently is the character that's my avatar now. That's little Nicole right here. And one influence I got for her name was actually the name of Brody's love interest in Brody's Ghost.
Nice.
So, like, plus when he mentioned in the notes about her Brody's and Nicole possibly being a fashion model, I figured, you know what? Maybe my Nicole could be like an entertainer of some kind. Now, the first idea I went with was the idea she would be an actress, but it was something I kind of fell by the wayside. I was kind of developing her. So instead, I kind of moved it to music instead and moved her to New Jersey. Yeah. Instead, because I just couldn't make it, because the way her design was coming up just wasn't working the way I would have wanted. So I figured, you know what, let's make it like a musician from New Jersey instead of like a wannabe actress from California, since, well, I don't live in California. That's one influence there. Also, I mentioned that Alice Landale from the original Phantasy Star is an influence, hence why she has a sword as well as a pink outfit. And like, you guys can chime in if you want. Don't let me hog everything.
If I may take a bit back to the Sin Dragons, I'm kind of stumped on Envy. I thought, hey, maybe make mirrors a theme, that they have like mirror-like skin, and you can only see like the sort of the worst version of yourself in the reflection, because the dragon is like sort of powered by envy and wants to see itself as the better, but that kind of also goes into pride. So
right. Pride is where it all begins.
Yes.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And for gluttony, I have belly that's a mouth. That's kind of like that one dragon in Dark Souls. The
Gaping Dragon.
Oh yes, thank you.
I know, because he made a very impression on me. A very veritable impression on me. And I think I beat his ass without guides.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Probably the only one.
Yeah.
No, it was the Bell Tower Gargoyles as well.
I hear.
Oh yeah.
I think I just found.
I had to strip to fight them motherfuckers.
I think I just found what type of art style I'm trying to look for my graphic novel.
Lay it on us.
It is the same manga for. You remember the Final Fantasy Type 0 manga that they produced a while back?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever read it.
Yeah, I looked at that style because I wanted to go for a more manga style for this. Then I thought of, okay, what are some of the manga that Final Fantasy made? Because I know they did. There's the Type 0 manga. There was also the one Final Fantasy manga. I forgot what it was, but it's their hand at the isekai genre. I think it's called Lost Stranger. It's not Stranger of Paradise, but
Hmm.
I think I know
This
what you
might
want.
work.
It's the one where the brother and sister are transported to a Final Fantasy world, and the sister dies in like the first chapter. Is that the one?
yeah, that's the Lost Stranger. But then I looked at the Type Zero manga, and then I thought, hey, actually, yeah, the artist is
Go
Taka.
Persona. Go
Wait.
Atlas.
Wait, do they have kind of a similar art style?
Almost, but it's simple and sleek. Look at
Okay.
Persona 3.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I actually have the Persona 3 manga. Actually, but I'm already looking up the Persona 5 manga art.
Art's still the
If I can-
same.
Oh, I have this
Somewhat.
monster. I have this monster one in my notes. The Hangman's Light or the Hangman's Lantern. There's this deep sea squid or octopus thing that has like
Yoni. Yoni. I got it. I got it for the Envy Dragons. Skin. Flayed skin.
oh, I had a similar idea that they bleed, but adding flayed skin bits here and there would be extremely good, especially if the flayed skin is like still attached and it like sways with the wind and movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Flayed skin. Over fleshy, meaty bodies. Walking meat. Envious of others while hiding their own while hiding behind their enemies' skins. And the skin and skinless dragons are exposed, showing how decrepit that they are. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
we'll put a pin on that. Y'all ruminating on that one. I'll give you guys that then.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, there's this deep sea octopus or squid that has like the
Or-
head mantle.
Or you could have them gaunt and corpse like while stacking flayed skin on their bodies to make themselves appear meaty and fatty.
Hmm.
Too disturbed? Okay, that's too much, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. I'll have to check if that fits with my thing.
And where they go, they leave, or where they go, and when they leave behind a death smell.
I like it, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. I might reuse that for another type of dragon, even if I don't use that for the sin dragons. Which one did you want that to be?
The Envy Dragons.
Envy, yes.
Mostly the Envy Dragons. Because you're talking about Envy. And what is Envy like? Like that's the question you should always ask when you look at each of the sins and have at least an understanding of what they represent and how they are presented and what effect does it have on the people that partake in such sin. What about the Lust Dragons? Tell me about the Lust Dragons.
Hmm.
Crickets. You didn't think it through, did you, Yoni? Is he still with us?
I still see his icon here.
Oh, please don't tell me he's gonna get cut out. This usually happens when something on their end or something on our end just freaking just blips them out, and takes a while to register that.
Am I still here?
Yeah, still.
I hear you now.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah. I think it was because I had I was switching between browsers. I could hear you guys perfectly, but
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
I was asking, what about the lust dragons?
Yeah, the thing I have for them right now is long tongue, but I could also have like that their skin is like covered in erotic imagery, like, or suggestive imagery is perhaps better.
Mm.
Suggestive shapes and all and the like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one that has to be on the back burner.
Make them pinkish purple.
Yeah, that was one other thing. Slaaneshi design principles, but don't go too grim dark. Is one thing I've had.
Make them
because
Komodo dragon like, no wings, just four-legged creatures
Mm-hmm.
with prehensile tongues.
yeah, that's a good
with
idea.
Stubbles. Give us that.
Ooh.
Give us that. Give us the imagination of that imagery with them,
Hmm.
and make their eyes red,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
while their mouth, while inside their mouths is blue. Soft or possibly armored
Mm-hmm.
underbellies.
Yeah, nice. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
And they have high pheromones.
Mm. Mm.
High pheromones to the point where when you're around them, you're in a deep trance. They don't do the fucking, but you do.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, as I said, Slaaneshi design principles, but toned down a bit.
Yeah, and they only do that just to run away.
Mm.
Usually an orgy happens when they're around, but they're relatively harmless. It's the aftermath of the orgy that's where the harm comes in.
Mm.
They're more of a nuisance than a actual high level threat.
Mm. And they're a corruptive influence because the curse of the curse with the connection to the king or monarch. So
Komodo dragon, but give them a jaguar shape or feline shape.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you. I think you should go that route, dude.
Yeah, because cats have this sensual association in pop culture. Yes, that works perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you gonna do with the violence dragons? Not violence dragons. Wrath.
Wrath. I have that they bleed, and especially the paws. You know, the red right hand, the kind of deal. And when you mentioned flayed skin, that would also be a perfect thing that their skin flays itself and like flaps in the wind and move with the movement.
I like it.
Yeah, and of course I've also tried thinking of other monsters. For example, for Fae, I have this thought that the more power a Fae has, the more that it can create projections, gossamer projections, things that look like people but aren't, constructs in a way. And that all Fae are, true Fae are living stories, that they are bound to narratives.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And one monster I had here somewhere is the Hangman's Lantern, based on a deep sea squid octopus thing that has like the regular head parts looks the same, but around the arms they have this long, very rigid structures, and then like long tentacle things that go down. And I thought maybe if I make it a semi-sentient thing, that aberration or undead that like floats in the air and likes grabbing living things and of course eating them. And they, especially at the end of the tentacles, they'd had like glowy bits, like how anglerfish have the glowing light.
Mm-hmm. Sounds cool.
Yeah.
We can continue this possibly another time when the stars align. So I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those 5, 6, 8 of you and those non-existent motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. I'd like to thank our guest star, Artificial Yoni, for joining us. Unfortunately, the Lady Hour could not show up, but Artificial, go ahead and sign out.
This is Artificial Johnny from the temporarily not frozen land of Finland, signing out.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
I think his mic's muted.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell. Dom 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 dom. The Bear of the North, Eloise Dahl.
That's it. Oh wait, there's a message here. Sorry, not at my computer. Wish I could chime in.
The Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
After so many months, the Maverick Hunter Saint has come back for a while. For whenever we can bring him back here. But yes, the Maverick Hunter Saint, Brian Gill Martin.
Yeah, it's been great to be here once again. And remember, and as our fan, can't have words tonight. And as a Final Fantasy fan mentioned, make sure you click like, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us. Take this, leave a comment in the chat if you catch this on the backwatch. And with that, I'm going to be taking off. This has been Brian Gilmartin. No damage to report. Moving to next area.
Thank you for everybody for joining us this afternoon. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf10. Remind you guys that you are the UN Space Sea. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
Had enough yet? No. I'm ready when you are.